Hello everybody, today we will be doing the paper Feb March 2025, the latest one, and we will be doing the website authoring part of this paper. I'll be doing this paper with you and clearing queries. So firstly, let's start with the first question. Create in a plaster folder a web page called M25 plaster. So actually I like to do this in the end, so don't worry, I'll do it in the end. And I have already extracted the file, which obviously is a must. So you must do it. Look, Feb March 25 extracted. So you must do it in the start. So now the table must have a structure as shown in the diagram. Okay. So this, let's observe the table, how many rows and columns it has. So it's very obvious. So first you go to the first open Microsoft Expression web. Now how to import a table? Very simple. Go to the table option, insert table. As you could see, there were 3 rows and 2 columns. So import that 3 and 2 already. Okay, here you go. Now, as you can see, the first two rows are merged. First 2 columns, sorry. So we will be merging this. How do you merge? You want to merge this and this, right? Select both of them. Right click, modify. You can see merge cells over here. Just simply click on that. There you go. It is merged. Don't do anything with this. B is as it is. C is as it is. Now this is the part. One cell has been divided into 2 equal parts. How do you do this? Very simple. This is a cell, right? Right click, modify, split cell. Now the number of columns here it's 2. I think we have to do into 1 and 2. So yes. Same over here. Modify, split, 2 columns. Done. Now I would recommend to label A, B, C, D, E, F, G, but it's really important to erase that before you import the image. Otherwise, it will appear in the web page. I just type it because I don't get confused while doing the paper. It really helps me. Yep. Okay. Let's move on to the next question. We'll take care of this. Don't worry. Each table identified must not appear in the final web page. Table cell borders appear on it. Don't worry about this. This comes automatically in the end. So we move on to the next question. Now place in cell A the image logo.jpg. Now this is very important again. I like to star mark this for y'all. Why is this important? Place and cell A the image. So some people might have difficulty in importing the image. And secondly, set the width of the image to 100% of the cell size. Many students miss this part and make up a blunder over here and end up losing a mark. So how do you do this? Please read the question carefully. Place in cell A. We marked A. Backspace, remove the A. Now how do you import the image? There are a couple of ways to do it. I'll show you the easiest one. You can either right click and do it, but I'll show you the convenient one. You can see this option right here. Insert picture from file. Select that. And which picture do we need to import? Just a second. Logo, right? And here you go, insert alternate text. So alternate text basically means if the image does not appear to the user on the browser, what should instead of the image, to give an idea about that. So I'll just write picture, oh sorry, picture of the logo. That should be it. Here you go. But this is not it. You just imported. Now, how do you set the width to 100% of the cell size? I'll show you this. Nothing difficult. Right click on the image. You'll see many types of properties, but you click on the picture property because you want to edit the picture. Specify size with 100% over there. Type 100%. Keep the height in percent. Obviously, it's not mentioned. I'll tell you what to do with this later. Press OK and you're done. It won't appear over here, the changes, but on the web page, they will. Now what to do is go on code. They didn't mention anything about the height, right? So you remove the height completely. Yeah, here you go. There's a space in the middle which doesn't make any difference. Well, you can backspace this if you want to, because this makes it cluttered. I always like to remove all this before hand. Let's go. Okay. These are important because they may ask you to edit this later on. You never know. Okay, so this question is now done. It was 2 marks. This will easily get you 2 marks. Don't worry about this at all. Okay, moving on. Okay, now comes a really, I wouldn't say tricky, but a really interesting part, and it's asked in almost every IGCSE paper 3, that importing a video. Now, not only importing a video, there are a couple of conditions we need to follow with it, such as make sure the controls are visible and the loops are played. What do you mean by loops are played? Loops when played. So this basically means you don't have to continuously press start and stop. It automatically keeps on playing. And next, display an automated text-based error if the browser does not support the video type. So basically, the video you import, if it's not supporting the browser, an error message should pop up on the screen. So this is very simple. There is a code for this which we need to learn. There is no shortcut for this. There's a code. So here you go. I selected cell B over here. I backspace this part. It's not needed. 1 second. Yes. So now you type in the code over here. So as you know, in HTML, opening a tag is very important. So you open tag, video controls. Now in most cases, they don't ask us for the video loop. So we stop over here and just close the tag and continue. But now when it says to loop, you write space loop. Very important this. Now after this, we usually need to write the height and the width of that video which we need, but it's not mentioned over here, so you can leave it as it is, not needed. Close the tag. Can you see this video, this appearing? You can either delete it or you can control exit. We will be needing this later on. Just a second. Control X. So now what do you do after this? This is one part of the code for the loop. Now you're importing the video. Now this is where, sorry, I just forgot. This is where you have to save your file, because it's a very important this display this video, right? Yeah, this video and the file you're doing the work on needs to be saved in the same place. So I go here, just a second. I go here. I save it over here as M25 plaster. Here you go. This makes it. Now I'll continue. I'll open a tag, source src, a very important wording in terms of HTML, because this is how you will fetch marks for the code. Very important wording. And the name of the video, mplaster.mp4, very important again, mp4.mp4. And now you have to write the video type, in which you write type equals to video slash mp4. So now you see how easy this is. You just have to repeat a few words and you're done with it. So you're done with, wait, you're done with this, you're done with this. Now display an automated text error based on this, support the video type. All right. Now if this video does not, if the browser does not support, what should it do? Very simple. Just type it manually because it has already taken it. It will follow this. Don't worry, just type as it is. The browser does not support the video type. Here you go. And then you open the tag and then wait just a second. You close this tag. You open, no, sorry. You open this tag, Control V. Sorry, an extra one entered here. This is it. This is your code. Look, this is it. If you want to, you can put in different lines, no matter, doesn't matter at all. You want this to be on the next line, doesn't matter, but I just like it this way simultaneously, so it's not letting me confused anytime I want to make changes. So this is the code for this particular question. Hope you all understood it pretty well. If any doubts, please ask in the comments. So I'm gonna save my work. Alright, so next question. Place in cell C the text from the file m25 text.txt. So in the files extracted, I apply the paragraph style to this. Very simple question. So in the file which you extracted, this is gonna be present. Here you go, text. You simply right click, copy, go to your expression web, sorry, cell C, backspace, and you paste it as plain text. Do not make any changes. Okay, and now it said apply paragraph style to this. On paragraph style, just a second. I'm sorry. Apply paragraph style to this. Yeah. Style paragraph. There are two ways to do this. One like this. Some people who do not want to take risk apply a p tag over here and then paste that text. So that is also an option if you all want to manually and want to learn it. But this is the go-to option I would suggest. Now next question. Enter in cell D the text specialist plastering. So you simply just copy this, place in cell D. In cell E, the other text, other construction, in cell F, contact us. In cell G, edited by. So you just keep on copy pasting that over there, saves your time. What did it say over here? You have to paste other construction. Control C and Control V over here. Control C and Control V over here. Last one, we have to write edited by in what format? A colon, then edited by our name, sorry, name, your center number and your candidate number. All right, space, and then your candidate number. Here you go. Save this. Move on. Oh no, okay, there's apply the H2 style to all these texts. So select, basically select this entire row. You go to style here and then you select H2. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yes, that is it. Then next question. Make, okay, now this is one of the most important and IG's favorite question. They ask this every time. Mark this as important to expect hyperlinks to come in your exams several times. So now make the text specialist plastering, which we did over here in text copy pasted over here in cell D. Make that a link to open the web page m25 spec.htm. Don't worry, there's nothing but the file which we've extracted. It will be over there in a new window called blank. This you need to be really careful of this text right here, and obviously new window. Now, how do you do this? We'll go step by step. Ignore these for now. So firstly, make the test specialist plastering a link to open the webpage m25spec.htm. There are two ways to do this again. Go over there, select this. Okay, you can either click over here, hyperlink, or you can right click, hyperlink right here. And now this file is there in our folder already. That means it's already existing file or web page. What was the name again? Spec. Where can you see spec? Yep, here you go. Spec. Okay. Look, this turns into a link. Won't be clickable over here, but on the web page it will be. Wait, I'll show you. Boom. And click. Look, this is what we want. So all we know till now that it is working. Next. Make the text other construction a link to open. Oh no, sorry, we made a mistake. We had to make it in a new window. So you go hyperlink properties. No worries if you forgot. And now in a new window called underscore blank. How do you do this? You're over here. After selecting this, go to target frame. It's a new window. You select that underscore blank already present. You press OK. Done. This is it. All right. So next is make the text other construction a link to open the web page M25 cons. Same way, select the entire thing, go to hyperlink, const, right? Yes, select that. It did not say any new window or anything, so you just press OK. Here you go, save. Let me just check if it is working, if it's clickable. Yes, it is. That means it is working. Next. Make the text contact us, just like the other question is the same, I guess. Contact us a link to an email editor to prepare an email to Tawara Construction @ Cambridge with a subject more information, please. Now, what does this mean? So this basically means you create the hyperlink, and then when the user clicks on it, it leads to the web page where you can write the queries, and the subject should be this. So leading to this email address. How do you do this? Very easy. Select contact us at first, right click, hyperlink. Now, where can you see email in this option? Here, right? Here you go. That's all. Email address and subject. Just simply copy paste both of them. Just a second. There you go with the email address. Control V, and the subject line, Control C. You can see subject right below it. Control, or just a second. Okay. So now this is it. Let's just see if it is working. Save, run, click lead to Gmail or Outlook software. Will it? If it leads to Outlook, that means it is working on laptop, obviously. Yes, it did. That means it is working. No need to worry. Close this again. Save it just in case. Now we go to the next question. Create a new style sheet to meet the following requirements. All right. What are the requirements? So basically, what do you mean by style sheet is the CSS file. You have to make a new CSS, which you have to edit or make a new one manually. Here it says create a new one. So you don't have to edit. Sometimes they give ones which you have to edit, add things in it, but this time it's a fresh piece you have to start from. What should it have in it? Place a comment at the start of the style sheet to contain your name, center number, and candidate number. So basically, Your CSS file should start from your name, center number, candidate number. We'll do this step by step and then we'll come on this later on. So now how do you do this? Firstly, you go to expression web. Let me just save it again just in case. And new a CSS file. So now here you go. I just want you all to read the question carefully once because I'll be then continuously solving. Obviously, I'll come back, but then not too frequently. So I just want you all to read the question properly once. Mainly the box. A minute here. And there is a special code to this, a slash and an asterisk. Look, can you see this green in color? Wait, I'll just show you if it's green. Yeah, look, this font green in color, it should come this way, this text. So now what does it say? Starter sign should contain a name, comma center number, comma sign candidate number. All right. You put a space, your name, comma your role candidate number. Here you go, and you don't close it the same way by a slash and an asterisk. You close it by an asterisk first and then a slash. Here you go. And now this is very important to see the rest of the text is green in color or no. If it's green, then there's some problem. No, it's not. It's normal. Okay, fine. That means this tag is closed and we are done with this step at the moment. So you tick on it. All right. We move on to the next one. Set the style for the table so that they're center aligned in the browser window. Okay, so basically the table and the text in it should be aligned in the center, not towards left, not towards right favoring, but towards the center. Now, how do you do this? Firstly, as it said, you have to edit the table. Here you can see. So you write the code table. You have to edit table, right? Now, open the curly brackets and write all the description. How do you do this? Margin. So basically, common sense, the distance from left and right should be equal, right? So here we term it as margin left auto semicolon, very important HTML. You can continue over here or you can go on the next line. I'll go on the next line. Margin right auto. This means it has been an equal length from both the directions, so nothing to be worried about. And here you go, you're also done with this. So many people think CSS can be tricky and tough at times, but it is not, trust me. Next question, set the table and cell borders so that they are white, visible and 2 pixels wide. Okay, so what they want us to do basically is firstly set the table and cell borders. Cell borders, there's a special tag for the description of the table of a design of the table design, which also shortened as known as mostly TD. Okay, so you are editing the table here as well as the table design. So what you do is table, comma, TD. You can write it in any form, TD first, that's also fine. Open the curly brackets, really important, not normal ones. And now it said cell borders so that they are white, visible, and 2 pixels wide. Now, how do you do this? Again, a really simple one. You go back on HTML, on sorry, on a CSS. Um, just a second. Next line, you write border. Hope you all are understanding, right? Border, and then it gave 2px. So you write 2px visible, right? It wants to be visible. That means it should be solid. So 2px solid, and it should be white as well. So white. Sorry. Or if you know the code for white, oh sorry, my bad. If you know the code for white, you can type that in. But why do you wanna do that and take a risk? You just type white. Now next line, or you can continue again. That's your choice. That's up to you. Now this is very important. This basically, this is not necessary. It's not given in the question, but then it just keeps it in a well managed form. It won't do any harm if you write this. Okay, let's not do it as of now, as it's not too important. Let's check if we met all the requirements. That they're white, yes, we did that. Visible, yes, we did that. 2 pixels wide, yes, we did that. Easy. Now, what I was talking about is to be on the safer side and make it proper. Just do a normal code, border collapse colon collapse. This just keeps it tidier. Not necessary. I recommend you all to do it though. It's very important. And don't forget the semicolon in the end, even though there's nothing after this, and we're done. Let's check if we've done everything. It's very important to cross check once. Let me put a tick. Let's see. Okay. Place a comment at the start to contain a name, candidate number, and center number. Is that there? Yes, it is. Next question. Set a style for table so that they're center line, which means equal from right, equal from left. Margin left auto, margin right auto. That's it. Next, set the table and cell borders so that they're white and 2 pixels wide. 2 pixels wide, white, and this makes it visible also. The border collapse part. I say it isn't needed. Please do it. You save it first. So we met all the requirements. Now save this as an external cascading style sheet. Another very important wording. That means CSS as a CSS file, not as any other file, not any other format. In your plastic folder with the name M25 plaster 2 underscore. This is very important. Most of us do miss it at times. So same folder, you go here, followed by your center number underscore candidate number. All right. Center number underscore your candidate number. And very important as a CSS file. Here you go. Saved. Now, what does it want me to do? Attach the style sheet m25 plaster.css. Now, do not get confused. This is not the one we did over here. This is plaster 2. This is the first one which is already provided in the source file to the web page created. So basically, once you go back over here, the web page you created. And now, how do you add a style sheet? This is very important again to add one. You can also type the code manually, but it's long, so I won't recommend that at all. Attach this, right? Now, how do you attach a style sheet? Basically, go to format. You can see a couple of options here which contain the word CSS. CSS styles, attach style sheet, browse. Go to your folder where the style sheet is, not the one which we created, the normal one. Open that and it will be attached. Look, you can see the difference. You can see it much clearly in the browser when you run it. And then I suggest you all to save this and then attach the style sheet saved in step 8. Now this is the one which we made to the web page, so it has a higher priority. So basically the one which you attach, the latest one will have the highest priority. That's why. So format, CSS style, same way, browse, the second one this time, open, okay, and it is attached. You save it a couple of times Here you go. Read the question again. If it wants us to do anything else, no, it doesn't. Save your web page, take a copy, display your web page in a browser, and then this is basically for the evidence, which we have not done as of now. I've just showed you how to do expression web. I'll just check if it is proper by running over here. Let's see. So we changed the width of the logo, and look, it is adjusted. We made this in paragraph form, and look, here it is in paragraph. This should lead to a web. Here you go. This should also, here you go. Oh, sorry. Yep. And this should lead to Outlook. I'm not doing it right now. And here, oh, my, just a second. Spelling error. Let's just give it right now. Save, run. Yep. Here you go. And now the most important one, the video. As we said, it should be on loop. Once we play it, it should continue playing on its own. It's a 2-second video. Let's see if it plays on its own. Okay, yes, it is. That means this web page is correct. It is proper. All the requirements have been met. So that is it. Doesn't want us to do anything else? No, it doesn't. So yes, that was it. If any doubts, please do ask me in the comments. This is my first try to make a video. Obviously, many more to come. Tell me which one do you all want me to do next. There's Excel, there's Word, there's PowerPoint, but it's strictly IGCSE. So please tell me which one should I do next. Please show some support on this video. Share, like, comment, subscribe to my channel. It's a new one. I want this to grow. I'll continue. I'll always help you all. If any queries, do reach out. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.